Good afternoon. Today is July 11th, and Rhonda and I took a drive today just to do something different than hang out at the house. We are up here in Hatcher's Pass, which is just north of Palmer, Alaska, and it's pretty nice scenery out here today. There's a little bit of snow in a couple of spots in the mountains behind me, but it's pretty much all but gone. If I'm not mistaken, the mountain way back here that still has snow on it, right before you get there, I believe that's part of the Knik Glacier, if I'm not mistaken. But this is basically just a riverbed, so to speak. And the main river channel is over there. But what a beautiful day here. It's not too sunny, it's pretty overcast. I prefer that. And that mountain top over here, a minute ago, it looked like there was smoke coming out of the top like it was a volcano, but thankfully it's not. So there's always bathrooms at the majority of the park centers and places like that up here. However, they look like a bathroom, but honestly there's no running water. It's ultimately just like a porta-john, but it certainly beats not having anything. And how do you beat the scenery? That's pretty cool. One thing about coming to a place like this, you can pretty much bring your camper out here and camp wherever you want. And I don't know how you can get a better view than that. At the very end of the road here at Hatcher Pass, there is Independence Mine. It's a relic of a mine. I don't know what it was, copper or whatever, but at any rate, there's a mine at the end of the road here, and you can get up here and look at what's left of it. I think there's a little museum there. It's been a few years since we've been up there, but something to do if you happen to come to Hatcher's Pass. We were just down there a minute ago at the parking area, and that is Hatcher Pass Lodge. What a beautiful place to wake up if you decide to stay there. Man, how cool is that? Not interested in doing it, but I'll watch. That's amazing. Rhonda, you ready for your turn?
No, thank you.
Yeah, me neither. for them. I mean, I like watching, not doing. This looks a lot like fireweed, but it's not fireweed. It's the same color, but it certainly blooms sooner. But these are very pretty. So this is Summit Lake. It's at the very top of the pass here at Hatcher Pass. The lake is still somewhat frozen on the surface, but there's actually people swimming. Probably not something I'm interested in doing either. I guess I don't have it in me. There was actually snow that fell up here about 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I think most of that's just left from the winter, but it's amazing how cool it is still up here. It's 56 degrees right now, and you can be in a t-shirt and be real comfortable, except for the breeze. But the water is absolutely crystal clear, and you can still see rocks in the bottom. That guy has the best camping spot with the best view. Summit Lake, where we were at a moment ago, is more or less at the top up there. And if you look up there, you actually can see some people. Well, and there's a car coming down too, so directly above the car on the other side of the hill is where the lake is. But the road zigzags back and forth, switchbacks, so you can go, basically starts out over here and it goes all the way winding back and forth, take it way over here, and then come down over here. We'll work for snacks. They're cute. If I get out of the truck, I'll probably run away. I think those are juvenile magpies. There's like 4 or 5 of them. They just ran across the road in front of us. I guess they're able to fly, obviously. You just saw that one fly off, but their tails get about, I don't know, 4 inches longer than you can see right there. So that's what's making me think they're juveniles. But they have a super long tail. 10 or 12 years ago, when we started coming up to Alaska, there had not been a spruce beetle outbreak. But as you can see, all these dead trees are what's left of predominantly white spruce. What devastation. I thoroughly enjoy the foliage that's up here. There's so many different types of flowers, and they bloom. They're only here for like 2 weeks, and then another type of flower emerges. And then when you get to a different elevation, there's a different type of flower. So it's like the coolest thing ever. About a month ago, all the dandelions, I mean, this is what's left of a dandelion right here, but you'll see them littering just like everywhere. It's like it's snowing dandelions. There's so many of them. We're down at a little lower elevation, and there's still some dandelions and the insects enjoying them. Man, would this not make the best camping spot ever? You're right up against the river here. Got some foliage that's nice to look at. Fire pit's already established. I mean, it's like a place you could come with a couple of buddies. They'd have their spot. You know, you can have yours. And all you got to do is walk out to the river and enjoy the scenery.